Righto, Year 12. Some students asked some questions about the 2015 HSC, so I've got it up here and I'm going to do a couple of questions from it, put it on the website. So the first one here is question 27A, and it comes up. There's a triangle there, or two triangles there, and they've got right angles. So the question always appears, what will we do here? Will we be using Pythagoras? Will we be using trigonometry? Or will we be using similar triangles? You can actually use trigonometry for this, but it's much easier to use similar triangles. And whenever you have similar triangles, always draw, when you've got triangles within triangles, draw the triangles separately. So draw the two triangles separately, as I've done here. You know they're similar triangles because this angle and this angle are the same angle. It's this angle in here. They've both got a right angle, which means that angle sum of a triangle, the last angle is also equal. Now that we know they're similar, we'll just put in the measurements. This is 5, and this is 1.65, but not even close to scale. And this is 19.2. And I'm going to call this side x, which is what I'm trying to find, the shadow of the tower. Now that we know they're similar, we know that the sides are in ratio, so I can just write a ratio of each one. Now I know, or whenever I do these, I always put the pronumeral on top. So x on 5, it's between the square and that little alpha I've drawn, and the 5 is between the little right angle symbol and the alpha I've drawn. Now that's going to equal the same corresponding sides in both triangles in a ratio. So 19.2, because it's the big one, over 1.65. Now it's an equation. I can solve it very quickly. I just multiply that 5 over, and that gives me x equals 19.2 over 1.65 times 5, which gives me 58.18. And I look at my answer and go, yeah, that should be about right, because 19 or 5 to 19 and 1.5 to 2. I look back at the question, make sure I've got an answer there, and it's in meters. So away I go. Now, the next question. The next question is a ratio question. So what do we got here? Let's underline the things that we need to know. We've got 12 hours. We've got 240 mils. Each mil of fluid is equal to 15 drops. Okay? How many drops per minute need to be delivered? So, let's start by going, well, 12 hours. And it needs to be a constant rate. Well, 12 hours is 12 times 60, which equals 720 minutes. And we know we need minutes because it says drop per minute. And we've got 2,400 mils. So 2,400 mils. And in each mil there's 15 drops. So times that by 15, and we get 36,000 drops. So we've got 36,000 drops in 720 minutes. Well, if I wanted to find 360 minutes, I'd divide by 2. Or if I wanted to find So what I'm going to do, this is great, I'm going to use the unitary method. I will just divide by 720, divide by 720, and that will get me 50 drops 700 in a minute. So let's have a look at what we did again. We converted 12 hours to 720 minutes. We converted 2,400 mils to 36,000 drops. 36,000 drops in 720 minutes, that's 50 drops a minute. Moving right along. So here's one of the hardest questions to do. Question 27, solving simultaneous equations. Now, this one's actually pretty easy, but let's read it. Anna's parents have given her an interest-free loan of $4,800 to buy a car. Okay, $4,800 to buy a car. No interest. She'll be paying them back X dollars and Y dollars, X dollars immediately and Y dollars every month until she is repaid it in full. After 18 months, so it's 18 Ys, 18 months, Adrian has paid back that amount. After 36 months, well, that's 36 Ys, she's paid back that amount. And they've written the equations. X, the original amount, 18 months of Y, and that's how much she's paid. X, how much she paid originally, 36 Ys, and she's paid back that much. So let's solve these two equations simultaneously. So I'm going to rewrite them up here. X plus 18Y equals 1510. Call that equation number 1. And X plus 36Y equals 2770. Now, you can do all sorts of methods for this, but this one is the easiest way to do this one is by elimination. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take equation 2 and I'm going to minus equation number 1 from it. So that'll eliminate the x's. So here I go. X minus x leaves nothing. So here, x minus x leaves me with nothing. It eliminates. 36y minus 18y, that leaves me with 18y. 2,770 minus 1,510, so 2770 minus 1510 leaves me with 1260. Now it's just a nice easy equation. I'm just going to divide by 18. And I'll get y equals 70. So that's 70 months. Oh, sorry. Not 70 months. It's $70 a month. Now, let's sub that y value back into either equation 1 or 2. So I'm going to sub into equation number 1. And I get x plus 18 times 70 equals 1510. So 18 times 70 is 1,000. So x plus 1,260 equals 1510. Now it's just an equation again. I'm going to minus 1,260 from both sides. And that will give me $250. So x equals 250. Now I want to be doubly sure, so I'm going to check all that in equation 2 because I used equation 1 to get it, so I need to use equation 2. And equation 2 was x plus 36y. Here it is up here. Here's equation 2. So 250 plus 36 times 70 equals, so I do that on my calculator, 250 plus 36 times 70 equals 2770, which is the same as the equation, which means I know I'm correct. So I've got x and I've got y. And remember, they're dollar amounts. X is the original amount and y is the monthly amount. Part 2, which is also worth 2 marks, is how many months will it take you to pay off the loan? Well, the loan, the original loan up here was 4,800. The original loan, look up here, here it is, 4,800. And it was interest free. So we go down here, 4,800 equals 250, that's what she's going to pay, plus $70 times the number of months. So again, we've got another equation. Well, this is really easy. Now, I know you can do this in all sorts of different ways, but I'm just going to do it via an equation. I'm going to minus the 250. And if you did this without using an equation, you'd have to explain your steps. 4,550 has to be repaid in however many monthly payments of $70. So I will divide by 70, and that'll get me the number of months, 4,550 divided by 70, 65 months. And I'm pretty happy with that, but I'll just double check and work out, all right, so if I pay 250 plus 70 times 65, do I get 4,800? So 250 plus 70 times 65, and I do get 4,800. So I'm right. I should write my answer here though. So 65 months to repay the loan.